Hello everybody, my name is Rebecca and it's so nice to meet you and have you here with me today. I am a new cash stuffer and I really want to use this video, this channel as a way to motivate me, keep me going and keeping me accountable. I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about myself during this first video. I am 29 and I work part-time. My relationship with money has always been pretty tough, and so I've been sort of challenging myself lately to use these challenges and use stuffings as a way to help break the habits I have of just hand to mouth with my money. Any money that I have, it just doesn't last. In terms of debt that I have very large student loans because some of that has accumulated with various pieces of study that I've done over maybe like 5 years, and then one of those years I couldn't get student allowance, and so the government paid me living costs. But that worked out to be about $12,000 that was added to my loan. I knew this, but didn't feel like I was playing with real money and my actual future with the funds. But I was also very hopeful that I was going to get a job and be able to pay off this debt. But then I just could never get a job. I kept being on the benefit with government help to support me for my living, and so once I got a job and once I got money, I felt like I didn't really have any good habits in place. I never really tried to save, and it just has never been a muscle that I've worked. I've been really inspired by other things and other people's videos that I've seen. I've been really trying to push myself to actually come to this point where I'm going to start and I'm going to set these goals and I'm going to meet these goals and I'm going to improve my financial situation going forward. And so I hope that I can be part of this really supportive, beautiful community that I have seen over the past 2 months since I've been watching videos, particularly with Neen and the Joy Ninja. I really have felt really empowered and encouraged by her low income savings just accomplishments and her bright energy. Not just her, there are other cash stuffers in both here in New Zealand and overseas that I've been really inspired by, and just reading the comments about how encouraging and supportive everybody is of each other is just so beautiful, and I really want to be part of that in this channel in this way. So I really hope that you'll stick around with me and we can meet some goals and we can learn from each other and support each other. So I thought I'd just show you some of my goals for 2024. So like I said, I have quite a lot of debt, and a lot of bad habits that have meant that I haven't saved for pretty much anything really ever. The biggest thing I've saved for was last year I went on a Disney cruise, and the only way that I was able to actually pay to support myself to go was I had a friend who I paid the money to, so I couldn't touch that money. If I was able to touch that money, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to reach that goal like I did. So some of my savings goals, I'm going to be pretty vulnerable with the amount of debt and the issues that I have, because if I don't tell you about them, if I don't keep working on them, I just feel like I will brush them under the rug continually. So the first, and probably apart from my student loan, this is the biggest debt that I have. I have thankfully no interest on it because it is from a family member, and I really want to pay her back this year. It's a huge chunk of money, and looking at all of these are quite high, and my sort of disposable income, I suppose, that I get is possibly not going to cover all of these, unless I were to eat 2-minute noodles for every meal. I want to be realistic about how I live to first debt. I want to pay off that $2,000. That is a non-negotiable this year. That is a huge thing that I want to get done. That's why it's at the top. The other is I have an overdraft that still has $700 on it. That is accruing interest, and I really want that to be gone from my life. The other thing is I'd really like to get some new glasses, and I've got a tracker that I've sort of attributed to that goal. I've sort of costed up the local optometrist what glasses I'll get and the lenses. And then I would really like a new bed. Another thing is I have a sewing machine that I've been given from my gran, and it seems to have some issues with it, and so I would like to take that to a sewing machine specialist to have a look and work it out. And I'm just sort of guesstimating how much I would pay before I would probably give up on the machine. So I'm going to save that. I would love to be able to give money to charity or just giving in general, aside from like birthdays. This is just sort of charitable giving or tithing to church. In the future, I would really love to go to Asia with my friends. We're probably thinking about 2026 for that. So I'd just like to start chipping away at that. Another thing is I'd really love to get a new car. Every time I take it to the mechanic, I start getting really nervous. And so yesterday I was sort of bamboozled by one WAF place trying to probably get more sales from me, but thankfully I took it to my trusted mechanic, and they told me there's actually nothing wrong with the car and to just send it back to them to get it retested for the WAF. But anyway, so I would like to start chipping away at getting a new set of wheels. Well, by new I mean new to me. I would definitely get a second-hand one. Another thing is just for fun and for joy is to go to Hobbiton. Another thing is I really need to go to the dentist. I have a lot of anxiety with dentistry. It's a real trigger point for me. I really need my wisdom teeth out. They do not make me feel more wise. They just are uncomfortable and causing me more problems. So I'd like to raise that. Another challenge, which I'll talk about later, is I'd love to see how close I can get to raising $500 from just random coins that I keep and put in my coin jar, and then in my, coin cup, and then into my bigger coin jar, which I'll then take to the bank at the end of the year, or when it gets so full that I can't fit anything in it anymore. Nearly at the end, I would really love to build an emergency fund. I just don't have the funds if anything bad were to happen. So I'd probably have to go to my family again and ask for money, which then I struggle to pay back. So I'd love to be able to have that security of the emergency fund. And the last thing is, this is so big, the last thing is I would love to go to the audiologist. So these are my goals, and they are lofty, but I'm not saying to myself I have to get every single one, because as I've said, my relationship with money has been really difficult, and savings has been non-existent. I really just want to be able to achieve any of these goals, but particularly these two. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. But I feel like setting these goals are really important for me, to just be able to remind me what is driving me to make these changes and what is really pushing me to make good choices with my money, or better choices. So for January, I'd really like to start a YouTube channel, and so hello, thank you so much for being here. And then I would love to open an Etsy store, which I have, and you'll see a couple of the things, the designs I have to put together in one of my binders, and I'll link my Etsy store below if you would like to have a look. Finishing the alphabet challenge, which I'll show you together, but that is going to be putting a huge chunk towards my goal of paying off my overdraft. That will be about $350, and so that is my goal, big goal for this month. And then the other one was to just set up some binders. So I keep seeing all these beautiful binders on YouTube, and I'm so envious. So I've purchased some challenges, gotten some free challenges off Neen, off her Buy Me a Coffee website, and then found some on other Etsy stores, and I have put them together. So first I'll show you my long-term saving binder. Oh, isn't it so beautiful? Oh, I love rainbows and shiny things. So, here we go. So, I've only got a few things in this long-term saving binder. So, once I finish the smaller challenges, I will put them in towards the long-term savings challenge of that type. So as you can see, this is Detonator, which I got from Neen, and I've written that I would like to get $750, which is that overdraft plus a little, just so that $25 kind of worked out. So hopefully I'll be able to fill up half of that very soon at the end of the month. And then once I've finished that debt challenge, I'll probably go back to the other debt I have and then put the different values for achieving that $2,000 debt. The other one is my dentist fund with another tracker from Neen for $1,000. Let's see how far I can get, hoping for the best. The new car fund, I've made this tracker. This is a tracker that's for the value of $2,000. So as you saw, I only put a goal of $500, but we'll see how we go, and maybe I can use this over next year as well. But yes, this is on my store, and it is a couple different values you can get actually. I think I made one that was a custom one, so there's nothing here. And then there's one for 200, which I have in my smaller challenge binder, and then there's this one which is for 2,000. So I kind of made this for myself, but I thought, hey, let's share it around. That's called On the Road. And then my Asia trip tracker is here. I found a map of Korea and then just went and fit whatever number could fit in, and I got it to total to $2,000. And so on the back, hopefully you can see, I will write down the total saved, and then I'll put in the value here of what it was. So hopefully I can fill this up over this year and maybe next year. There are quite a few that have no values on them because they were so small, and so I've written that you can sort of customize as an optional extra what value you'll put on for the marked regions, or if you'll just choose to not do them at all and just use them as a color-in freebie. So yes, that will be coloured in, and I'm not sure if I'll just colour it in black or if I'll colour it in red and blue or something, but I'm really happy with how this tracker turned out. I really like the design and the cute little bunny on the bottom and the humbook. I also have decided that with these pockets, I want to go get a circle hole punch so that I can cut a hole here so that I can easily open them and get the things out. And the last one is my emergency fund, which I picked up another tracker from Neen. She makes the most beautiful, simple and elegant designs. And this is another emergency fund. I think it's, wait, my math is not great. So I'm gonna presume it's for about $1,000, but I'm not even going to try do the math here because it'll be embarrassing. But yes, so I will work towards that. And so those are just the few that I have in this binder for long term. So I'll put that to the side here. And then just a brief look through my challenge binder, because I'll do another video where we actually do the challenges, because this is going to be very long and I am sorry. So at the front here I have the money that I will use to put towards the challenges. And here I have a challenge that I can't start just yet because I don't have a dice. I'm going to get one from a store that sells like D&D dice, and then I will start this tracker and challenge as soon as possible. I designed it off the game that I used to play so much, somewhat embarrassing amounts growing up, and my dad was super keen on it and my mum was super keen on it, and I just really wanted another colourful tracker. So the values can really range, so I've put that at the front because I don't want to, oh, my leg's going dead, I don't want to leave it to last and then find I've got to IOU myself $20 or something if I only had $5 left or something. Another one is on the road, which is that smaller value. This is just 200 so that I can feel like I'm accomplishing it a bit quicker. And each car is 5. It's 5. Money jar is another one that I made, but is not on my Etsy store because I'm not really sure how much I like it just yet. But I have started this one last week maybe, and I've put $10 in there already. The next one we have is an unexpected journey to savings, because I didn't want to have any issues with copyright of any Tolkien related terminology. But this one is to go towards my Hobbiton trip. And each one kind of looks like a little hobbit hole, and is for the value of $10 to a total of $200. This is for my optometrist Specsavers appointment. Looking good. I won't be starting this one just yet. I think I want to smash out this alphabet challenge before going to this one. This is a challenge that I've purchased off Etsy. I thought it was so cute and fun, and it reminded me of going to an aquarium. I also don't know where those funds are going to go, but if I keep going, I will keep a track record in here of when I started something, and where I'm going to allocate that money to. So as you can see, I started and finished one that I started that last year, and I just sort of redistributed that into the alphabet challenge. I started the alphabet challenge, the money jar savings, and then another one by Neen called the Year Nah challenge. So wouldn't it be cool if I just got to the end of the year and I'd filled all of this up with all of my savings challenge achievements? Like, I look forward to that day. Sunshine savings, I'm not sure what this is going to go towards yet, but I'll just colour in the centre of each sunflower, or, well, I suppose they're sunflowers, but that was my intention, that they were sunflowers, and that's on my Etsy store. And here is the alphabet challenge, which you can see I've gotten pretty far through. I'm so proud of myself, and that along with Neen's support is what really encouraged me to let me know that I can do this and I can save money. And I'm super close, but there's still close to 100 left on that. But hopefully by the end of the month, maybe I'll be able to get through that. And then a sunny day saving for a rainy day, which is one that I'll probably give as a freebie at some point on my Etsy shop or somewhere else. But for now, I'm just keeping it to myself. And that's just a simple, low cost one. So each drop is $2. Because I can't just do all of these big ones, the big value, high value ones, or I just feel like I won't have as much fun. And lastly is the Yena mini savings challenge, where you flip a coin and the heads or tails will tell you the value. I did it very low values, just $1 and $2, because often I find if I pay with cash, I will end up getting a lot of gold coins. And so instead of just always having them put into my jar, I thought I'd do this challenge and see how far we get. So that brings us to the end of this binder. So thank you so much for bearing with me. This is a very long video, but I really hope that you've gotten to know me a little bit better. I hope you have a beautiful day, even though it's bucketing down outside. I hope you have a beautiful day for other reasons, if it's not the weather. So ka kite.